Early on, Bitcoin was popular only within a few smaller niche communities. Cryptographers found its technical features fascinating. Game theorists were blown away that Bitcoin's blockchain had solved the famous Byzantine generals problem, which involves multiple parties arriving at consensus. Austrian economists and libertarians were attracted to its decentralized nature. But it hadn't reached the mainstream consensus just yet. That began to change in 2013. By the end of 2013, Bitcoin was trading over $1,000. A small but growing portion of the world began to recognize the purpose and potential of this unique digital asset. It was created to be scarce, digital, decentralized, and censorship-resistant. Importantly, it could also be self-custodied. Unlike cash in the bank or even corporate equity, you can maintain full control over Bitcoin in your own wallet. Done correctly, there is no counterparty risk. Bitcoin's creator, the pseudonymous Satoshi Nakamoto, made its purpose clear from the very beginning. In Bitcoin's Genesis block, created on January 3, 2009, Satoshi inscribed a meaningful message. It was a headline from the UK's Times newspaper: "Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks." Satoshi expanded on his view in a post from February 2009. The root problem with conventional currency is all the trust that's required to make it work. The central bank must be trusted not to debase the currency, but the history of fiat currencies is full of breaches of that trust. Banks must be trusted to hold our money and transfer it electronically, but they lend it out in waves of credit bubbles with barely a fraction in reserves. Satoshi was frustrated that taxpayer money was bailing out irresponsible banks. Bitcoin was built as an experimental alternative monetary system. Against the odds, it caught on, and today boasts a market capitalization of around $540 billion. Historically, during periods when central banks are printing money, Bitcoin tends to do well. For example, let's look at spring of 2020. This chart shows the Federal Reserve's balance sheet in red and the price of Bitcoin. As the Fed added to its balance sheet and eased monetary conditions, Bitcoin's price rose, as did inflation. Today we face a new banking crisis. It's too early to say how Bitcoin will react over a longer period, but so far it has reacted positively. We'll be watching the Federal Reserve closely, as whether or not it continues to hike interest rates may determine the cryptocurrency's short-term direction. Hive blockchain is a leading miner of Bitcoin and a large data center operator based in Vancouver, Canada. We locate our facilities in cold climates with access to cheap and clean hydroelectricity. Stay updated by signing up for our newsletter at blog.hiveblockchain.com. Hive is listed on the NASDAQ under ticker HIVE and the TSX Venture as HIVE.